channel. My name is Miley, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make 3 simple patterns that you will use a lot. So I hope you guys will enjoy this video. Subscribe if you guys are new to my channel, and let me know what else you guys would like to see. So let's go! For our first pattern, I'm going to show you guys how to make a regular shirt pattern. It's just a regular shirt. You could make a tank top, a regular t-shirt, or anything. I use this the most, if you guys haven't noticed, but this is very simple, so I'm going to show you guys how to make this one first. So first, we are going to take the measurement of your shoulder, so from the middle of your chest to the end of your shoulders. So just mark that at the top here, and then put a dot. Make sure you put your dot, and then now we're gonna measure from your shoulder down under your bust. So basically where the armpit area will be, so right under your armpit basically, and then you mark that down, so you'll be going sideways and up and down, and then mark your dots, and then now we are going to measure. You want to do where your nipple is, yes, and then just measure around the bust. Divide this by 4 because we are going to do this one piece that's going to be cut and fold. So divide it by 4 and then do mark your spot, and then so now you're going to do the measurement from your armpit area to your waistline. So the thinnest part on your body that is on you, of course. And then you will mark that down. So you go from the armpit, your last measurement from the armpit, the last dot down. And then you do another dot right there, and then the next one you will measure around your waist and divide it by 4, and then you will mark this on that same level of the other dot. Okay, so I'm just showing you guys step by step. So this should be where your waistline is, the smallest part of your waist or your upper body, and then you'll mark that dot, the how long or how wide it is. And then now you're gonna do your hip and divide it by 4 and measure, and then just do from your waist. Don't forget to measure from your waist to your hip and mark that also. So there should be on each measurement there should be 2 dots. You guys see how I have 2 dots right there, see? And then so you have a width dot and a length dot. So now you're just gonna curve that top. So that top is where your shoulder is, and then just curve it down to where your armpit is, and then just go down to your waist, and then go down to your hip. And you could always make this shorter if you like your shirts to stop a little bit shorter. You could stop it a little bit shorter, but I like to make it long because sometimes I like to make longer shirts too. So that's that, and then I just add like a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance on this because you don't want to forget when you are doing your fabric. So I'm just doing my seam allowance right on my pattern, so it will be a lot easier than trying to remember the next time you actually do it. So I'm just going ahead and do this, and then this is just a 1/4 of the pattern that you have. Okay, so you will cut this on fold, and you will cut this for a front and a back piece. So basically you just cut the neck hole. Like the neck hole would just be different. Like in the back I would just go straight, and then in the front I will bring it down. And just remember to do it on fold. So you always just want to fold your fabric and trace and cut. So that's it for that. So for our next pattern, we're gonna make a sweetheart neckline bodice. So for the first measurement you're gonna get is from the middle of your chest to where your nipple is. And I got that measurement, and that is gonna be the width of this fabric. So I'm just gonna mark that, and then I'm just gonna go back and measure the roundness of my boobs. So basically the top to the bottom. And then I'm going to mark that, and I also going to mark the length of the bodice that I want and mark that also. So there should be two marks going downwards. The mark of the roundness of your boobs, and then the mark of the length of your bodice, like however long you want. Then now we're going to go and measure the waistline. Well, yeah, so we're gonna do the middle of, we're gonna start from the middle and then measure from where your nipple is down, and that will be what you get. Mine was just only an inch apart, so I don't know, it just depends on how different you are. And then now I just mark that on the bottom and I do my curve. So how I draw this is I curve it at the top a little bit, and then meet it out where the nipple is, and then curve it back down to the measurement I got of my waist. So basically that inch difference. Then I just trace it straight down to the length of my bodice. And then at the top here, I'm just gonna curve it down, do my sweetheart tracing. So basically, you could go down deeper if you wanted, lower, however much cleavage you want, and just curve this a little bit. The bigger your boobs are, the more curves you want to put in this, and the smaller your boob is, the less curve you want in this. And then I just make sure I write it on there because you want to remember that it's, front piece, back piece. So make sure you curve that because it will lay on your body better. And then I just go straight down to where I want this to stop, and then I just stop right there. And then the next piece we will measure from the nipple to the side to where your arms start. So you're just gonna stop right where your arms stop. Okay, so from the middle of your boob to where your arm stops. So that's your measurement for this. And then you're just going to mark that down, and that will be the width of this pattern this time. So that's how you get the width of this pattern and the right measurement to fit. Then I will just make a triangle all the way down, so the length of my pattern all the way, and this will be your actual pattern before we put all in the curves, because you want that width, the widest width, to make that curve right. And don't forget to add seam allowance. And now I'm just going to measure the curve of my boobs, so the top to the bottom, and then the length of the bodice that I want. And then after measuring that, I actually measured the bottom here too. So just go down from your nipple to your waist, and then go to the side where your arm rests, just right where your arm rests, not under your arm, okay? And then you just do this measurement. So what you do now is you will do another bubble another bubble, another dot of the length of your boobs, like from the top to the bottom, and then the width will be that width that you got from your waist line. So basically mine is like half an inch apart. Now you just curve that bottom piece to the top to meet the nipple. And then now you just curve the top again, just a little bit. So they should be even. So the curves should be even. You guys see how it's kind of meeting? So next you're gonna do the measurement for the top here. So you just measure from your nipple and then go up, and then where you want to stop. So this is basically the top, and this is the other side of the sweetheart neckline. So you just mark where you want to stop it, and then you just do that diagonal line right there. So I just did that diagonal from the top of my bodice down, basically, that 5 inches. So the lower you do it, the lower it will be under your armpit and the better it will fit. So the higher you do it, it will poke at your armpit. So just remember doing when you do that diagonal line up. And then now we're going to do the side. So you're just going to do from where you stopped last time. If you want, you could pin on your mannequin or, mark somewhere that you know where you stop. So I just basically measure from side to side. This is basically your side, like your whole side. So this is what I measure, my whole side right here. And basically your whole side is where your arm rests. So that's where I measure, and then that's what I'm doing. And I'm just measuring how long the side of my bodice there is first. So that's how long I'm gonna do it, because that's how long it's gonna be from the armpit down. And then that's it. It's very simple. The sides and the back are very simple to do. The front is just the hardest piece to do if you are new at this. So I hope I explained it good enough. If I don't, let me know down there below what I can help you guys with. And then now we're just going to do the back, and you just start from that side seam all the way to the back, and don't go all the way around. Just go. So you see where your arm is? So you just start right where your arm ends. So if you want, you could just put your arm down and measure where your arm, ends at your back, and then you just go to the middle of your back. And that will be the measurement of the width of the back that you want. And then you just do the length, the same length as the other one. And so that's that. And just make sure that you label all your pieces so when you cut it out, you don't mistake any pieces, because they do look alike once they're cut out. So now we're just gonna do the circle skirt, and you just measure your waist and divide it by 6.28. And then you just add half an inch to whatever that is. And I don't want to go through the whole math thingy majiggy with you guys because it's just too complicated. Just do it this way. It's much simpler. It's, less headache. Just do your waist divided by 6.8, and then you get this length, and then this will be the top of your skirt. I'm just telling you guys, don't even bother about the math and all the other math and how to explain it to you guys and whatever else. It's just too complicated. Just do it the easy way how I tell you guys, okay? Your life will be a lot easier to make circle skirts. And then I just use my wash bottle and put it on my tape measurement, and then I just put my marker like the side of it of where my measurement and then I just go around, and then it should make like a quarter of curve here. So this should make a quarter of your skirt. So if you're gonna cut this into pieces, it will cut into 4 different pieces. And to get this bottom measurement is just however long you want your skirt. So if you want your skirt shorter, you could do it shorter. If you want it longer, you could do it longer. I've always done my pattern on cardboard paper because I can keep them a lot longer and they will last a lot longer and they won't rip on you and stuff. So I just do it on, not cardboard paper, poster paper. I don't know why I would say cardboard paper. Yes. And so if you want, you could add, if you want it longer, you could add another piece of poster paper on the side over there. Just tape it up and then make it longer if you want. It just depends all on you how short and how long you want your skirt to be. And yes, you do poster paper. It makes your life so much easier, so you don't have to worry about ripping and redoing it. I've been using my shirt pattern for like 5 years now, so it's really worth it. If you guys haven't watched my hack on this, I did a hack of me using poster paper. Yeah, it's one of my sewing hack, because I love using poster paper for my patterns. If I find a pattern I will cut it onto poster paper because it will last a lot longer than those tissue paper pattern that it comes with. And then I'm gonna show you guys how I cut my dress. I mean my skirt also. So you see how it's folded and then I just fold it again. So there's 4 and then the top there is folded and then so I just put my skirt on the 2 folded sides. So the top is folded and then the left side there is folded also. So this will give me a whole circle skirt instead of having to have 4 pieces or 2 pieces. So it doesn't have any side seam if I do it this way. And this is you could only do it like this if you are pretty short. So I'm pretty short. I'm like 5 feet. So that's why I'm able to do it this way. So yeah, I just put it on here and then I just measure and cut. So if you do want it a little bit longer, you're gonna have to have 2 pieces or 4 pieces. It's okay to have side seams and stuff. It's no big deal. So you just measure and cut and don't forget your seam allowance. And I forgot on this circle skirt pattern to put seam allowance on it. So if you forget to put it on your pattern, make sure you write it down so when you actually make your clothes, you don't forget to put your seam allowance. Okay, guys? Well, I hope you guys like those 3 patterns and you guys will put it to good use. I use those patterns the most, so I thought I decided to share with you guys. So if you guys did like this video, give it a thumb up on the bottom there, just thumbs up. And if you guys haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It should be over here, right? And I will talk to you guys all later. So don't forget to measure, cut, and sew. Bye, guys!